Reeves and Wilkes. That's their fastest time
for them
of the week so far, so that's a step in the right direction. We wait for Steve and Matty Ramsden. They should be third over the line here, just below us in the grandstand, but Ellis and Clement are on for another improvement as well. We've had a fantastic flying lap.
Yeah, good to see that he's been incremental.
Down into Quarter Bridge. Big fat slide out of there.
Yeah, I've just seen that pointed and completely the wrong way.
Dave Molyneux
still plugging away. Gotta be impressed by this guy's tenacity.
Just loves racing around here, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he likes engineering just as much. He designs and builds a brand new, ground up outfit every single year. And that takes a lot of doing when you're doing it all yourself.
Number 25 there, Robert Hancock and Basil Bevan. Their debut back in 2007. Their best ever lap is 109.7, so they're looking to try and beat their best. Did a 94.3 on their first lap from a standing start. Waiting now for Steve and Matty Ramsden and Ellis and Clement to come over the line here on the Isle of Man TT course. Out to start their second lap. Founds and Walmsley, I can tell you, have gone through, and they were a good 9 or 10 seconds off the Crows through sector 1.
Yeah, they'll be out getting on towards Kurt and Michael by now.
Yeah, their next sector will be Balaf. Here are the Crows then. That's Sean Ride just on the left of your picture there. Dad of Kyle.
Yeah, and another fabricator himself. Very, very talented welder, that fella. He's done some welding for me. It's like a work of art. You don't want to use the components he makes for you because you want to have them in your house on your...
Let's go down to Grace. She's actually going to get a word now with Callum.
Callum, what a fantastic lap there. You must be ecstatic with that.
Yeah, what was that actually? I don't actually know.
119.1.
Oh, good. Always improving, so that's alright. Got a bit of a numb leg, like, but there you go.
Oh, and what's the reason for that? How does it feel out there?
It's alright, we've just got a few issues on the rear of it. That's about it, really. Other than that, it's mint. I've got to go change the engine now, so I can't keep you too long.
We'll let you go. Thanks, Callum.
Yeah, well, off they go. A good effort there.
What I took from
one, that is so close to that fastest ever newcomers lap we've seen around here of 113.5. Of course, these laps can't become official until they're done in race form.
You would have to think that they would go quicker and keep getting quicker within the races.
The way it's going at the moment,
looks like
it's looking like they will be the fastest ever newcomers. It's certainly got that feel to it, for sure. We've had 4 that have come over the line here at the end of this first qualifying session of the day for the sidecars. It's Comrade Harrison. And Ashley Moore. To just try and creep up ahead of their best of the week so far, 105.6 for them.
Yep, Conrad Bradford fella. In fact, Bradford pairing, it's fair to say, is a character.
Round. Oh. Foot dangling down. Hang on a sec. Goodness me.
No, I think that's cool. Yeah, I think that's meant to happen. If you see the little lip at the back to stop his legs slipping off that exact position.
For anyone listening that's kind of new to this, that is Dean Harrison's father, just to be completely clear.
Yes, yes.
Who is a top superbike racer at the Solos.
If you know the inside of Silver Bridge, this is Ginger Hall, big left-hander, and then the bumps start, don't they, Mark?
You got to hold on to your teeth.
This is John Holden on the approach to the hairpin.
Yeah, John's having to take it steady. He's got a passenger that is Frank Cleese is not just used to doing the pace that John is capable of. And John knows that, and he's kind of bedding him in and building up slowly.
So the news is then from this first session at the moment, Ryan and Callum Crowe are the team to beat. We're getting a glimpse here again of Hancock and Bevan. Not too many laps in actually so far, so maybe had one or two issues with their outfit over the course of Monday and Wednesday, the only 2 days that we've had track action here. Road action, should I say. We will keep track on Fownes and Walmsley as they head through the various sectors. They are up ahead of Reeves and Wilkes. There will be, I don't know whether or not Ellis and Clement went for another lap or whether they pulled into pit lane after setting their fastest, 112.9. At the moment, third in the standings. They've bumped up ahead of Fownes and Walmsley and Fownes and Gibbons.
Which is very impressive, all being a few miles an hour down, but they'll get quicker, no doubt.
This is Pete Fownes and Jeff and Walmsley.
Yep, that was Milltown. Big, fast right-hander.
This is where it went wrong for him
It
last
is.
time.
Schoolhouse, yeah.
Look better.
Yeah, it looked better, but I don't think
A
they
bit more
attacked
steady,
it.
yeah.
I don't think they attacked it the same, did they?
The line was a little bit closer to the inside as well.
Correct.
I think you're right, James. It just doesn't. They just don't quite look at it. It's not crisp yet.
And not comfortable with it.
So it does seem like there's more work to do here for Pete Fownes and Jevan Walmsley if they're going to try and eat into that lead that Ryan and Callum Crowe have over them. Of course, these guys will have another play out later on this evening, so they'll have plenty of time to make adjustments as they now head up towards Ramsey. And there you can see to Ramsey, 18.9 down, and that's just not there.
Yeah, it's true.
Fourth in the standings there, Blackstock and Rosny. Just waiting to see what sort of lap time that they've put in as well. 115.2 for Reeves and Wilkes. I think Tim Reeves will be over the moon with that. His fastest ever lap around the course, 117.7. In fact, that was with Wilkes, but back in 2018, a whole 7 years ago. And he has done for the last couple of years.
It seems like a pretty tidy effort this year from Tim Reeves. We haven't really seen a clean, real fortnight in a while.
No, I was very happy. Spoke to him yesterday. Seemed pretty chipper, to be honest. I think just because the thing was keeping going, like you said.
We get to see sort of Tim how he was 5-6 years ago with that proper fire in his belly. But if he gets close enough to a podium, you'll start seeing it way.
That's Lambert and Haynes, just a little bit wayward there. Normally you'd like to, or normally you do see the driver lifting the sidecar wheel over that curve, making a bit of extra width.
This is a paint job that would make Valentino Rossi envious.
You know, well, might make him sick. I don't know if it's been a word.
How dare you?
Yeah, it certainly stands out. They could probably race that around here at night and you'd still spot it.
Now they're good lads, and it stands out, there's no question of that.
The FHO racing machine then of Pete Fownes and Jevan Walmsley. Looking, of course, for their 6th consecutive podium here at the Isle of Man. But more importantly, they want to go to that top step. And at the moment, there is quite a bit of work to do. They're going to be heading towards the bungalow shortly. There's John Holden again with Frank Cleese.
It's good to see him still going and putting in an effort.
It must be quite frustrating for a driver to have to go slower than he is capable of going, because the passenger isn't. I mean, it's
How difficult would that be?
yeah, just
Roll out of the throttle,
correct.
and not turn in as hard
yeah,
as they want to.
yeah. But they need to be together with it.
A little bit of fog on the mountain.
Yeah.
It's just
Tell you what, is that borderline for the helicopter? I don't know.
it's just high enough for the riders, but it looks all right to me, because they're pretty much. This is the veranda, so they're not far off the highest point of the track. They'll come round and then bungalow bridge, then bungalow, then up towards the highest part of the course, which is obviously Halewoods.
They're not
Heights.
pushing.
You're not.
See, they're not.
You know,
This is almost a cruise back home here for Fownes and Walmsley, so not happy with that. But you're right, guys, it does look quite misty. I mean, from our commentary box viewpoint here, and we're at the top of the grandstand on the start-finish straight, we've got a pretty good view of the mountain, and you can can't see it. You can't see most of it.
Now they're heading up to the highest point of the course, and it looks all right there.
Yeah, it can be said again that if something's not quite right with the last adjustment that you made, you have to go all the way back around, but you don't want to tour. You don't want it to be so slow that you create an issue.
Yeah, you can't. It's not allowed anymore. I mean, it is a really dangerous. A lot of this course is blind, and you get somebody behind you that's going, 40, 50 miles an hour quicker in the section. It's obviously a danger there.
We're just heading past Brandywell and into Halewood there, as James said, the highest point on the course. And then they'll be soon making their way to Crooknamona and coming to the end of their second lap.
There's a newcomer pairing, Robert Dawson and Matthew Sims.
Well, that's what testing and practice is for, is to try some things and to make some adjustments and see if you can.
Some words from a couple of other newcomers as well. Renzo van der Donkt and Valle van der Donkt are into the hundreds, so 100.436 for them. And Vigert Kranenberg and Jermaine van Middegaal as well, who are also newcomers, and we've not spoken about the German pairing. They've done 102.46. So it's the Crows into the 119s. They are the fastest pairing here in Sidecar qualifying. It's time to hand back down to the studio to you, Matt.
That as well, working out strategy and who's planning what for the rest of the time until we get racing.
Yeah, we're starting to see how people are playing their cards now. Some outfits, talking to different mechanics in there, they are talking about betting in engines, where the Crows were saying they're rushing off now to fit an engine. So you would expect tonight they'll be out to run that motor in. Some of the other teams that have already run motors in, will they go back out tonight? Will they want to put more miles on those motors or save? And we talk about that a lot in Sidecar because these motors are so highly stressed. Just a 600cc Supersport engine at such high RPM all the time with the weight of an outfit and two people on board, those motors are really given a hard time, so they don't last long, and one too many laps could go bad.
I think we were all highly stressed when we saw Pete Founds and Gemma Walmsley's huge moment during that session, Steve.
Hey, listen, I'd be highly stressed if I was in a sidecar as well, but no, that was unreal. And you know how it was so quick to react there, really, really, and it was fortunate, Cam said, when we sat there watching that, what a good thing that little lay-by was there at Schoolhouse. It really was on the exit.
Yeah, so Schoolhouse corner, left-hander, up from sort of fifth gear down to third, flick in, and the outfit sort of broke away and gripped, and what you'd say sidecar high, so the outfit wheel on the inside lifted, and it was really incredible. And on a sidecar, the only way to really respond to that is turn out of it to get the outfit back down, but you can't do that when you've got no road. So, wow, they were certainly walking a fine line there, and just shows how good that pairing are. Get it back in control and then not really lose too much time, but it would have been exciting for both of them, I'm sure.
Yep.
Now they've clocked just under 113. I mean, they're really moving along so few laps, and to see the way they're doing it so consistently, I think that really just goes to show the class of that pairing.
Yeah, they were 8th fastest the other night, 5th fastest today so far, Steve, and if they keep progressing like this, as Cam says, I mean, could we even see a challenge for a podium from Ellis and Clement?
Hey, it'd be nice, but they've got to challenge Reevesy for that, I believe, because if one of those drops out the top three, then, Reeves is going to be knocking on the door, but, they're progressing nicely, and you said looking really smooth, but it's no different to me driving around with my wife in my car. I have to drive smooth or I get it in the ear all the time. Probably the half.
Clips 130 mile an hour so far this week. I mean, this time last year we had 7, 8 riders over that 130 mile an hour mark. We had riders doing 133, 135 miles an hour. They're race winning times, pending conditions. We're so far from that. There's a lot to learn with the machine. The guys got to have to push on now to know what they've got to race with.
Hickey always says you want to win the race at the slowest possible speed. Steve, as things stands at the minute, I don't think it's going to be a case of seeing lap records shattered over race week, although you never know with the forecast that we have got for next week.
Without doubt they'll raise the game, These are actually, if this wind drops off, it's blustery and it's just picking up slightly, but actually if the wind clears off, it's ideal conditions. There's no sunlight, there's nothing to catch you out, there's no flickering going through, it's like strobing going through the trees and things, so it's actually good conditions, and grip will get better now. There's no rain as the week goes on, but going back to what you said about obviously winning at the slowest possible speed. I think